as he nearly blew the entire bottle of champagne into the air, we actually did manage to save a little bit of champagne to toast with at 12 o'clock. So we had our little toast, and we decided that we would start this year off with a banger. And the first thing we were actually going to do this year was to participate in our local New Year's Day dive. So we drove to Scheveningen early the next morning, and we decided that we would start our year in cold water. We are currently driving to the beach. It's about 8:30, and we're gonna do a New Year's Day dive. It is a pretty big thing in Holland to do so. There are gonna be about 10,000 people, so I'm pretty excited to freeze my ass off.
Yeah, so it's the biggest one in the whole of the Netherlands. As Lakeisha said, it is a typical thing to do here. But this is the biggest one. In Scheveningen is the place. That's what it's called. So it's a 1 hour drive for us. And yeah, we'll see. I'm looking forward to it. It is not that cold outside. Not for the season. It is cold, but not for the season cold. But the water will be very, very, very cold. So I'm kind of looking forward to it, but on the other hand, I'm not. So yeah,
it's it's 15 degrees outside, but I believe the water will be about 5. So we're gonna freeze our asses off and have fun doing it.
Yeah, and I don't know if you've said it, but there will be around 10,000 people there.
Yeah.
So a lot of people, and it starts at 12.
It does, yes.
Right? Yeah, and it's now 8 or 9?
8:30.
Yeah, 8:30. So we'll be there very early, but it's necessary because there are a lot of people there.
There are going to be too many people, so people are going to be sent away. We're going to try and be one of the first 10,000, which sounds crazy, but it's a really big thing, and it's a good start to the New Year. So we're going to start our New Year's all alone.
Yeah, with a cold swim.
For a little bit of a historic background, the first New Year's Day dive actually happened in Canada in the 20s under the name of a polar bear plunge. The actual Dutch tradition originated in 1965 as a swimming team decided to start their year off fresh by swimming in the sea on January 1st. People started to join in on the idea, and eventually a famous Dutch soup company turned it into a sponsored event. Why is Dutch soup company, you may ask? In Holland, winter is very closely associated with erwtensoep, or the English version, which is split pea soup, even though Dutch would argue that their erwtensoep is different from the split pea soup. The soup has been sold for centuries while the Dutch were ice skating, almost being just as wintry as hot chocolate for them. The soup company mass manufactured this product, which might give an explanation as to why they would sponsor such an event, even though that might just be my personal speculation. The tradition has been growing every year since it started in 1965, and more people seem to join every year, making the event an ever-growing one. The most famous one, and even though it's not in the location of origin in the Netherlands, is the one in Scheveningen, which is the one we will participate in today. So after we got our tickets, we were a little cold, so we went into a local restaurant and warmed up a little before we had to go to the beach. There was a warm-up, we jumped around a little, but that was pretty much it. And we waited around. It really wasn't that cold, to be completely honest. It was 15 degrees, the sun started shining a little bit, and people were having fun. So we started a little bit earlier than 12 o'clock. Because people suddenly started running in the front, and as there were so many people before us, we were in the middle somewhere, we couldn't really run into the water, so it was more like a slow walk. But we went in and expected the worst, but the water really wasn't that bad.
Alright, so we already went in, but there wasn't no footage of us, so we're gonna go in now for the second time. Good luck!
that bad. It was pretty good. Good start of the new year.
Yes, it was. Oh, I'm trying to catch my breath still.
Alright, let's go back. Let's dry off.
Yes. Oh, koud. Het was helemaal niet koud.